So this
Yeah,
is,
it's fine.
yeah. So this is one of my client system. Okay. So this client is holding only upstream process where we recently implemented. So here you see administration, library, SM administration, sourcing projects. That's all. So for you is the sourcing project. That is for guided sourcing. For you means guided sourcing dashboard. So this is my real client system where how we manage the upstream process flow. So in this course, you need to learn upstream and downstream, but while working, you will be placed to work on one module or two module, combination of two modules. If it is implementation, one. If it is support, they will make you work on upstream solutions or they will make you work on downstream solutions. So it depends on the purely business requirement and your project scope. So here it is a real system, same as test system. So all the menu path, everything will be same. So here some customizations will happen. As I mentioned, customer mindset will be either some customers they will not align anything. They will really like our industry specific Ariba process flow and they will go with the standard flow with the minimum customizations, some minimal activities. But some customers they will keep only minimal standard process. All others will be customized. So for that, we don't have control to customize entire site. So some activities we can control. Let me show you in admin. We can do some customizations, only some enumerations or some even flex data also they have removed. Earlier we had flex data control, but now we don't have. So only enumerations. And all the field customizations will be done by SAP itself. Partners are not allowed to make more customization in the site. So we may spoil the site. So it is controlled by SAP and they will charge more for that. So that's why we had one more manager that is intelligent and configuration manager. So if we go to manage configuration, so here if you click continue, it will take you to the another page. So some customization task they added into the parameters. You just need to enable or disable the parameters. So for that parameters also we have two type. One is self-service, consultant can manage the parameter. Another one is SAP control parameters. And other than that, whatever field customizations done by SAP, SAP engineering have to do that customization. You can monitor the field customization by downloading the field configuration of the process. So here, if I download the custom field, I need to just set yes, whatever it is, yes, and I can see, let's say I wanted to see the sourcing project, select the sourcing project, custom field yes, and download in .json format. It will be downloaded in the JSON format. If I open this, so this will be in the JSON format. So you can open in real system with Notepad++. So here you can find the custom field, customized classes. So this is something we called on demand, where only SAP engineering team will do. So is customized classes. Let's say the first field itself true, true, it is true. And what is the field type? Field type is money and available 15 and list of dynamic flex master data. I mean the drop downs and what is the string value, boolean length and data available and then field tip and this is the name SAMS service area module. So if you want to see more into that, you can go to the front end view. If I create a sourcing project, that is guided sourcing project, I will have that particular field. This is, I'm just showing as an example of field customization. Let it load. So here, this field, this is customized field. That field name is SAM service area module. So here if I search, I will get the field name. So these are all the field. You see inherent risk level custom field. Okay. And let me search this. You see this is inherent risk level is the custom field. Is it customized field? True. And the label name inherent custom field. And what is the help tip we have? Whatever help tip we have. So if I go to this help tip, an inherent third party risk measurement must be. So this is front end. So how it is customized, you can see here in this help tip. Okay, so we can whatever SAP developed. So we closely work with SAP team to do this field customization. On the other hand, template is just one part. In uh, 4 years before or 3 years before, we feel template is the one very important. But nowadays, template is just a part. In 4 hours to 5 hours, you can learn template. But other than template, this field customization, field adjustment, what are all the restrictions, limitations we have in the solution, we should know nowadays in the market if you want to learn. And after that, um, so parameters, field customizations, and toggle. This is a recent release in this year. They have added the toggles. After that, um, integration manager in this system we haven't integrated. It is in ongoing. So CAG is not yet enabled. It is not yet enabled. So I have to go to the practice system to visit CAG. Let me log in Ariba. So this is guided buying login. So for guided buying, we have separate URL. So this is guided buying system. So the guided buying system looks like same as e-commerce softwares in the B2C. So if you guys already worked, you might know. Um, so in this guided buying, you can search your goods in the catalog and you can just one click submit for the requisition. Once it is approved, you can work on it. Other than that, mm, so now let us see how we design the process, how we develop the process in the real system. I have taken some of my project documents. So let me open some documents. So how do we? So we all know like we will have a workshop and we closely discuss with client to understand their legacy business process and then make a note of it and prepare the requirement whatever they needed. So for that we will have a different type of requirement gathering workbook. So this is one type of requirement gathering workbook. So this one I worked in Jira. So for that they will have a user story ID and what is the user story, and then what is user acceptance criteria. So what I given, I have access to create sourcing project and I have navigated to create guided sourcing project. But then I see the mandatory field called inherent risk level. So this is the field we have seen. And then the help text read as follows. I need this help text. This is one requirement. I need this help text. That's all. So I need to understand the requirement and then requirement complete. I need to work on it. Any work in progress or comments, actions, and what comments we have done, and then what is anything I need to mention in the note, I can mention it, and developer comments. So like this, we will gather the requirement one by one from the client. It depends on the software what you're using. So this is Jira user stories, which is tracked. How many phases they need, what is the um, um, tasks they need, whatever it may be. So this is one upstream project, the two sourcing implementation that recently I worked. And before that, another one is downstream. This is one of another implementation project. So this is something different format. This is completely for procurement business requirement discussion topics. These all for only for downstream, wherein some upstream activities we maintain, that is contracts and sourcing and supplier performance management. So what are the solutions we need in the scope? So we have so many solutions. So what are the solutions needed and how we are going to discuss? So we discuss in three tier levels. So complete response required. If I want to build, if I start build from the client, at least I need some initial response required before I start the building phase. And response need in order to complete the final build prior to go live. So like this, we have a discussion status, and this is SAP standard workbook. So here we will have a tier 1, tier 2 questions should be responded, and we will build complete, and then we will move to the final system. We will make it the requirement status, what is percentage, how much is completed. So we had many workbook respective to downstream. And here if I go there, so guided buying and how we are going to implement guided buying, and then how we are handling the suppliers and tier 1 tier 2 requirement status and purchase requisition, and then requisition approval flow. So they will provide the requirement like this. I need approval process to be created. So this project is nearly 1.5 year project. So I'll sh- so I've just kept this backup because this is very big project and so much activities have done for downstream end to end. So that's why I had taken this backup. So I'm just sharing it to you. Um, and then accounting, what are all the master datas we have? What are all the master datas we have? So for that, I had separate file for master data objects where it is being originated. So we will be able to see. So SAP itself will provide the data category and master data file and which is applicable, and then where you are getting. Is it prepackaged data and who is the business owner? I mean, MM or finance team, because commodity code or something, a WBS element, cost center, GL account, we are not the owner. So that will be owned by finance team. So this is separate value stream. We call them R2R in the project. So this is complete master data objects. So we have around 50 plus master data CSV files, and this is respective to downstream master datas, and then how we do the GR functions, then service procurement, and then contract requirement, and then guided buying. So how we are going to enable the guided buying, and then catalog requirements, user preference, customizations, whatever customizations we have done, and then um, this is for field customization in downstream, PR, PO, and then invoice, and then invoice reconciliations. So these are all having same field. So here, um, not like unlike SAP, we work with SAP, I mean ABAPers to create some new objects, or they will simply implement some note to enable the features. So we will, as ABAPers will implement the node for some custom features, and then they will create some custom objects. In Ariba, for field customization, either SAP have to do, or instead of that, the same alternative method of implementing the node is enabling the parameters. So mm, till now, anybody have any questions, guys? Anybody have any questions? So that is my real system business requirement workbook. Um, and I'll show some document preparation, some functional document, functional design document, whatever I have prepared. So this is the format of the functional design document. You will have a process scope and objectives, and then process requirement, and what solution design you want to give, and what implementation consideration you're adding, what is the KPI, or this fall under any SOX consideration, and you need to sign off, and how many versions you can create it. So what is the process scope and the process scope narrative? So what is the business objective? So you need to prepare the functional design document like this. And SIPOC, this is standard process. So what is supplier input, process, output, and control? So here, what is the supplier and what is input and what is the output? So this is how we prepare the functional design. Also, some rise of elements, some rise of W elements also we will prepare for the master. So I have just given some example here. Supplier master interfaces to downstream. So how we work one interface element, the same table of content, but what are the configurations we have done. So what is, so for example, this is one simple process flow, SLP, supplier management Ariba integrated to S4 system. So how the process flow is configured in the backend. What are all the technical configurations which we have done? What is the flow chart? And do we had enabled some baddie, and what are the interfaces we have developed? So all the informations will be documented in the file. So here we had prepared one FM for small integration. So how ABAPers will create FM? You need to provide FS. You need to provide functional specifications, and they will create the functional module. So so how you're closely working with ABAP team for new data creation or data mapping or new baddie enhancements or BAPI enhancements. Um, so, so likewise, I will uh, take this course into um, with real-time project scenario and some best practice content also. So we know the Signavio best practices. So I will take it through that Signavio best practice flow. Mostly I will take through that Signavio. So let me show you some SLP Signavio process. So this is SAP standard best practice process flow. You will get the flow. So I'll make to understand everyone the process flow, and I will take you to the system to um, understand the functional spec. Then I'll go for the technical step by step. The techno functional is the last one, where how the cloud system is being integrated to S4 through CAG. So how we are creating integration project, and what are the one-time activity we need to do. So suppose if we want to enable the CAG, so how do we enable? And I will provide my end-to-end real-time project testing, whatever I have done the retesting and whatever I have documented into the real system. So I will share that. So how I created the projects, and how um, mapping were done, what is custom mapping, how we can configure the connections, and how we can do the interface setup. So these are all some one-time activities, so that we will always see at last. So the frequently working is the functional module. So I'll just segregate it in the table of like what are the syllabus we wanted to review. I mean, we wanted to cover. So this is the content. If you see the content, so we will cover Ariba upstream and downstream, and then Ariba network and CAG, and ERP S4 HANA means with some COM auto and SPRO configurations and some important tables. So supplier management module and Ariba sourcing module and contract management module, and after that buying and invoicing module and guided buying, and finally business network for both supplier and buyer, and transaction rules, supplier enablements, trading relationships, and CAG, integration project, connectivity, mapping, and then finally SPRO setups, ERP configurations, and some important T codes and tables, whatever we were using. So, so there are some more one-time activities. So this is global settings. All will be taken care by basis. So why do we need to maintain certificate? What is certificate? And first of all, what is global settings? Why we need to send SAP information to CAG? And why we need to map Ariba solutions, variant and partition? And then how do we do business network integration, strategic sourcing integration, and then procurement integration? How can we make this one-time activity? So general settings, application specific settings, and some baddies applicable. That is standard baddie. We had two types of baddie. One is standard and another one is custom. So custom cannot be enhanced by us. It should be done by ABAPer. So some one-time activities, and how can we export the master data from ERP to um, Ariba Cloud. So we use the standard program, master data export program. So when we use the standard export program, so you will export all master data to on-demand application. That is cloud solution, Ariba cloud solution, P2P or P2O or upstream. So two different database, so two different solutions. So for that, we need to configure a lot of one-time activities. So a lot of table need to be maintained, configurations need to be performed, so that you can export the master data from ERP to Ariba. So in this course, I will cover end to end with the real-time project datas, and sometimes some processes I will show into the real-time client itself, how the real system will be. Um, so anybody have any questions, guys? You can unmute yourself and
Hi Manoj.
yeah, hi, Arij. Yeah.
Uh, Manoj, regarding this Signavio thing,
Hmm.
so will be gonna skim through the basics, or we'll gonna learn Signavio as well?
No, no, not learning Signavio. Just so what is Signavio? They have stored standard business process flow.
Mm-hmm.
So if you log into S user credentials or P user, not P user, maybe in S user, you will have a best practices flow. So these flows, whichever I have shown, this is not prepared by me. This is Signavio process. This is
Okay.
SAP standard process flow. So if you have as user, if you log in SAP Signavio, where you have 3,000 business solutions available. So segment by segment. So this is one of supplier management Signavio processes.
Okay.
Standard best practice content. So to make understand client the best practice flow. So we
Okay.
refer the Signavio model.
Okay. Thank you, Manoj.
Yeah. Thank you, Ozim.
Yeah.
So, Manoj, are we also considering, the field mapping of CIG and creation
Yes,
of new
that is very
Ariba center?
important in CAG, how field mapping is working and the purpose of field mapping, what is standard field mapping, what is field mapping extension, and then custom field mapping. So, how do we do the field mapping for documents, CXML to add on or add on to CXML? So, we will look into it. So, some examples with like invoice detail request or order status update or order request. So we will see with the examples what I worked in my projects, the field mappings.
We'll also look into adding custom field into the transactions like PO and all and mapping same from
Yes.
ECC.
So that one we don't have access to add custom field, but I will show in my real system how the custom mapping have done, how we had executed the mapping.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will make you to understand what is custom mapping and how can we work. If you see in the market, if you have 1,000 consultants, one or two consultant know the custom mapping. Not everybody
Yeah.
in
So my main
CAG.
question, yeah.
One,
So what I'm main, yeah. So mainly what I'm looking, my expectation from here is like understanding into the CIG implementation or integration with ECC and Ariba.
yeah.
That is
So I
main.
will, yeah, I will cover up from the scratch to make you understand the functional, and then I will make. So I'll take nearly 8 to 10 hours for cloud integrations,
Yeah, so we'll be
including.
doing it as a kind of a fresh integration also we'll kind of see or existing
Yes, yes,
integration
I will
will be.
create the integration projects and I will show, but I'm not sure whether we will be able to connect this professor system to cloud because what.
Hi Manoj. Yeah. To Vaibhav. Yeah. Guys, sorry I joined a little late, Manoj.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I just want to tell about the system. So Vaibhav, you might be understanding Ariba integration process is almost one-time activities. So
Yeah,
the thing here is like we need to connect there should be three systems on the same SIDs. It means like S4 HANA system and Ariba cloud system and CIG connector should be on the same SID. Then only we can make the connectivity, and that is also one-time activity. We can't undo the system again. We can show you the same connectivity from the scratch. So for to support that initial connectivity, we have a standard documentation, and Ariba integration is not the uh, job of only Ariba consultant. There are 3 to 4 different consultants are involved. Your basis guy should be there in the team, and your S4 HANA's consultant should be there. And sometimes a vapor or PIPO, the other CPI guy is also going to be there. So it totally depends upon the scenarios. So we are going to discuss all those scenarios in a very well fashioned here. Okay. So considering Manoj is having very good experience, as I think in the introductory part he has told about it, and those who has joined little late, I want to brief. Manoj is having a lot of experience. He is a solution architect, and he has trained a lot of participants with us. So this training majorly we have designed for the participants who are having some gaps, and also most of the participants who are for the interview. Nowadays, nobody is asking you what are the configuration steps you need to show. Most of the interviewers are asking the business scenarios. Okay, they are giving the different business scenarios. They want to test it out your real time experience. That is going to be the major focus of this training. Okay, after this training, I can assure every one of you, you can confidently appear for any of the interviews. And also, if you are onboarded on any project, definitely you can do it in a very confident way. That is the assurance from our end. Okay, there are a lot of scenario guides, and also real time project documentations are also going to be shared with you. Okay guys, so this is going to be a complete end-to-end training with in-depth of configuration processes. Okay, because lot of previous batches get a very good result on this part. It's very easy for after this training to attend any sort of interviews. And also we are helping out for the interview preparations, and we are helping to tweak your resumes, and we'll be also posting lot of openings which are coming from our end into the groups, WhatsApp group also. Okay, so that's what I want to tell this one, Manoj. Sorry Manoj, you can continue. Guys, if you are having any further questions, please ask it. Okay, we invite anyone to ask any sort of question. Okay, so we are here to help you out, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Hiraj. So, Vaibhav, here what I do regarding that custom mapping. So, CAG, the only complicated part is custom mapping. So, how the 16 conditions we were using, what is position, what is loop variable, what is position variable, so what is source, what is target. So, I will make you to understand and I will show you in the real system, not in our test system. So I will log in one or other session, my client system, and I will show you my CAG and how the custom mapping were done. So
Okay.
what is the effective on that? That is only important to understand the custom mapping. That is also one time and all the configurations. So I have already documented it, but still I will uh, give you the explanation how we closely work with basis for the initial connection establishment and mapping the system ERP and cloud and integrations depends on the business process, sourcing or procurement or commerce automation. We have different types of scenarios. Um, yeah, is it clear, Vaibhav?
Yes, yes, Manish.
Yeah, thank you. And others, anybody have any questions regarding syllabus or regarding
Uh,
any? Yes. Yeah,
yes.
hand.
How about the certification for SAP Ariba?
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I'm going to explain.
Yeah. Okay. Manoj, I'll take a moment to
yeah,
explain this.
yes.
Yeah. So, Andy, basically, we are having five certifications over here in SAP Ariba. Last time they were having almost eight certifications, but right now they have reduced it to five certifications. So every certification is having its own, vertical. Like we have sourcing certification, we have P2P certification, we have CIG certification, we have SLP and contract certification. Okay, so for every certification you need to appear for the exam for this one. So SAP is providing two options here. Okay, first option is like they are charging approximately 40,000 INR. That is going to be somewhere around, I can say, if you are talking about in USD, somewhere around 300 or 350 USD. So for that, in a year, that is going to be valid for that, and six attempts you can do it. Six attempts means for the six different certification, cloud certifications. You can appear for six different cloud certifications, or one certification maximum three attempts you can do. Okay, so out of these five certification, most prominent certifications are either sourcing or P2P. Okay,
Hmm.
P2P certification, mostly people will go for sourcing certification first, and then they'll go for P2P certification. Okay, none of the, I haven't seen any consultant who is having all the five certifications usually. So what happen is like, ideally it is advisable from us like go for sourcing certification first, then next P2P certification. And the contents which are we are covering in this are already the part of certification contents as well. Okay, if you are going thoroughly in this one with the training and doing the right practice, I can assure you definitely you are going to clear the certifications. And also we are providing certification dumps as well as certification guides as well, so that you can refer it, you can do practice, and there will be high probability like you can clear in one attempt only. Okay, so this is one process, like five, six certifications in 1 year you can clear it. Or individual certification is also there. You can appear for sourcing certification, then you need to pay 150 or $200, and one certification one attempt only. from SAP. So this is the standard process from SAP actually. But the contents which we do have are covering all the certifications over here. All 5 certification contents are already there in this our course contents. Hope this answer your question, Andy.
Mm, Anybody have any questions, guys? Anybody have any clarifications or something needed? The presentations. So I think Munvar, Sandesh, Tanvi, they joined. Kishan, they joined after the session. I think Sachin also. So I hope you guys followed the recordings. So do you have any questions? You can raise over it. Um,
One more question. For
yes,
the
Andy.
license, is this different the Ariba license for the upstream, downstream?
That is based on the user's perspective. So Ariba license is here. So if you want to know about the practice system, so you will get it practice system. So you will not get separate license for the practice system. Mm.
Hi,
Yeah,
Manoj.
hi Sushil.
So just I wanted to know whether Ariba has the provision to implement a new process, a new business process, like custom process, what some of our client have. Like in real estate, they have like a certificate of payment process for that contract PO. Okay,
Mhm.
and which we don't have in this SAP as for HANA.
Mhm.
So is there anything like that in Ariba to implement like end to end to make some digitalization process over same Ariba?
Um, it depends, but um, we have customizations, but the two up to certain limits. We have a limits and restrictions. So,
Okay,
and payment, Ariba will not support the payment. So that is why we have a ERP. Ariba is whatever invoicing is completed in Ariba, the invoice payload should send to S4 to process the payment. And any
okay,
business process, if you want to change from as is to customize, um, we have to explore whether it is feasible. So,
okay,
but some of the process we can directly say it is not feasible.
okay. So
If it is,
payment is not like that. Payment will done only on HANA
yeah,
only.
yes.
Documentation process is like that. Nowadays, like clients are doing some digitalization process over that ERP
Mhm.
or cloud. Okay,
Mhm.
that's what I want to say.
Yes, I mean documentation in the sense attachments you're asking, right? Comments.
Attachment or something like that. They are data they want to upload over cloud. Okay,
Yes, it can
previously
be
they are like
supported.
making on Excel sheet and processing the payments through mail and all. So they want to make it digitalization on Ariba or public cloud, this public cloud portal Ariba only. So
Mhm.
is this possible or is this like
Yes,
feasible
yes,
to?
yes. Yes. We have all the ways and means to utilize the cloud. Like if you're not able to keep data, you can store it in the scan format. It is possible, but up to certain extent depends on the business. So I'm
Okay,
not sure whether it how it will be in the contract or how it will be in the sourcing. Depends on the requirements. So even from S4 you can send the attachments. You see in the global settings you will be able to see. So S4 itself CAG support attachments and CAG support comments, whatever you are mentioning in the PO or invoice. So it can be supported, but for that certain body, certain parameter need to enable.
mm-hmm.
Somewhere it may be not possible that If it is not possible, we can raise it to SAP as an idea to implement in future. They will add it
Okay.
in the new release.
Okay. And is there any possibility to, like, say, in downstream, we used to supplier used to upload the invoices with respect to PO, right?
Yes.
So, is there any possibility to make it happen without PO? That suppose that in SAP as for HANA, we used to do invoicing without PO as well.
Um,
Okay.
yes, actually, we have different types of invoices, and
Mhm.
we call them PO flip. So supplier
Okay.
will not create manual invoice. They will just flip the PO and update the invoice number. All the information will be updated in the as per purchase order. They will just verify it and they will submit it. That is in
So
supplier network.
it will be without PO invoicing, right?
Yes, yes, it will be just. Uh, I'm not sure in S4 how suppliers are submitting invoice, but here they will be connected in network, Ariba network.
Mm-hmm.
So as per Ariba network, invoice can be created very easily based on the purchase order. So we have types of invoice. So
So whether
catalog based or non-PO. So it is completely systematic
hmm
on cloud.
Okay. So actually, like in real estate, if you'll see, there are some people who used to work for brokerage and all. Okay,
Mhm.
and in organization, they are not creating POs for such kind of brokerage thing. Okay, so vendor has to just upload his invoice in text form or in limited
That is exception.
information.
Exceptional. That is
Okay.
exceptional, I think.
Mm.
Exceptional, we can do like you can receive the um, copy of the invoice and we can submit on behalf of, or we can load it. We have
Okay.
invoice conversion services. So
Mm-hmm.
how Ariba is built, like
Mm-hmm.
you will have all the ways and means for the many industries. This is same as so their competitor of Ariba is. For indirect procurement, Ariba is the strong tool. And direct procurement, is the strong software. So SAP considered all the methods. You see,
Mm-hmm.
one in sourcing, there is one term called surrogate bidding. So there is one
Okay.
big opportunity where supplier is not able to participate the event. So they can do on behalf of, that is surrogacy. I hope you guys know what is surrogate. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to extent they were thinking SAP people and they were developing system like that. So if you're not able to, if you're getting some system issue and circumstance that 30 minutes you're not able to participate the bidding. So they are not ready to lose you the opportunity. You can call your buyer immediately and you can share your quote and they do surrogate bid. That is surrogate bidding or bid by email. So all the offline method also they are providing exceptional cases, only exceptional cases, not advisable to use always. It can be controlled.
Okay, thank you. Uh, one more thing, Manoj. Just I wanted to know about this Ariba market share and how much it is like feasible for our career future and how
Mm,
much it can give us growth.
uh, it is like compared to all other cloud solutions, cloud procurement solutions like Coupa, Workday, and Jagger, and then Oracle. Compared to that, Ariba hold 40% of shares globally, and most of the customers are using Ariba. Amazon is the best cloud solution, and they are implementing Ariba. Last year, I think they have implemented Ariba to manage their indirect spend. So
Okay,
it is a best platform in a cloud solution. So nobody will use ERP to manage their indirect spend. So direct procurement, they will use it, and moreover, we all working in SAP, and SAP had a wide-based customers, and their customer itself moving to Ariba. Most of the SRM is sunset. It is retired. So all the SRM activities have been moved to Ariba. So in my organization where I'm working, There are so many SRM projects. The customers are moving into Ariba. SAP itself recommending to go to move the process into Ariba.
Okay.
Yeah. So the career growth and the upcoming next 10 years, it will be same. Like, because you see, I was telling that based on the history from 2012 to 22, 10 years they made drastic growth, and 22 to 32, for sure they will keep this in high level. So growth
Okay.
will be there, and customers are keep on using and they are keep on enhancing. You know how ECC started, from where it is started and where now. The same way it will also grow.
Hmm.
Growth will be there, and if you're MM plus Ariba, then that is double benefit
Okay.
nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you, Sushilia. And anybody have any other questions? Mm,
Manoj, can we know about the classes and when it will be conducted and what will the duration and all?
Yeah, Sushil, I'll just explain to you on this one. And before we proceed, I just want to add few more things to your previous question. Like with Gartner report, I think everybody are known for what is hello.
I yes, Raj, I think you're muted. Yeah, now
No,
I'm audible. Yes.
yeah. So, with I think Manoj, if you highlight on the Gartner report also, Ariba is having a huge market share. Okay, and
Yes.
they are not basically the Ariba team, Ariba engineering team, or marketing team. They are more focusing for the newer developments as well. Even like the AI developments which are going to come, so they are going to integrate in this one. So they are having a very strong roadmap, I can say. And also considering all the facts, Ariba is one of the very strongest solution due to the one of the reason, like Ariba is having a huge Ariba network in which already more than 5 million over suppliers are already onboarded. So there is it's a very one of the world's largest network, Ariba network, we are having in this one. So there are a lot of things which are going to make Ariba as a very good procurement cloud solution. Okay, so definitely the future is very bright for this one. Uh, Unless there is a growth going to seen by SAP, they're not going to implement newer things in this one, right? So it's going to be very much. Now coming to the second question which you asked, Sushil, classes and the processes. So we are starting the sessions from the next week onwards. So next week Saturday is going to be the first session, and before that, if you are interested, any one of you are interested, you can connect with our marketing team, like Sana or any other team members. I also give my phone number over here. After post session, this session also, if you are having any questions or any doubts, you can connect to me. Technically, our administration process, so it's very simple. Only the sessions are going to happen Saturdays and Sundays, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 10 o'clock in the morning only, Indian time. 7:30 to 10 a.m. and sometimes it may stretch till 10:30 as well. Okay, Saturdays and Sundays. All the sessions which you are attending also going to be recorded. Okay, if at all you missed certain sessions in due to some important unavoidable conditions, so you can still go through the recordings. We'll be having the recordings uploaded every time after the sessions happen, and all the documents we are going to put it in a Google Drive, and that particular Google Drive will be shared with every one of you. So all the project documentations, configuration guides, certification material, and the live session recordings will be available for in the Google Drive, and will be accessible to you for lifelong. You don't have any restrictions like only for 1 year or 6 months you can have that access, but you will be having the access for that particular material and recordings for the lifelong. Apart from this one, we are giving 2 months of server access for the practice purpose. Okay, where you can do the properly, you can do the practice whichever is being shown over here. You will be coming across different scenarios. You can do the things, and we have the dedicated basis team where they'll be supporting to you if at all you are having any issues. accessing certain aspects of the system, our team will be dedicated for you to help you out on that part as well. So there will be a proper support, there will be a proper training, and also post training. The important here is like most of the training companies, what they do, they just support you during the training only, but ours is a different process. Even after the training also will be going to be associated with you, as long as you want to get associated with us, so you will be open for this one. Still, like the batches from 2015 and 2016 batches are also, the participants are associated with us. So you'll be part of the WhatsApp group. You can post reasonable queries, whichever they're not like complete implementation process. Okay, whichever the issues you are having, you can post it over there, our team is going to respond to it. Okay, and you can collaborate with other batchmates also. So it's going to be a combined learning, and in our sessions we are only taking the experienced participants. We don't usually take the very freshers, like college pass out freshers, or the people who are not having the procurement background. We say no, this course is not for you. So all the participants are going to be experienced participants here. You'll be having a lot of knowledge sharing, and we appreciate everyone to ask as many questions as they can, so that there'll be most of the concept clearance are going to be happen over here. So this is a brief about the training process. And after this one, we will be helping you out for the resume preparation, in the sense like resume tweaking. Most of you are be coming from either the procurement domain or from side, right? So what are the points you need to add it for Ariba role, and how you are going to face the interview, how you are going to, that also is going to be there. Separate interview preparation uh, session is going to be there for this. Okay, in which individually we are asking about your previous background, previous profile, and based on that one we will be helping you out to prepare your resume according to the market scenarios from the different regions. Okay, let's say the demand in India will be more on, for example, I'm just giving a hypothetical example. So most of the projects, let's say, are coming from upstream, or some of the projects are there in downstream, some of the projects are the combination projects. So based on the region where you are going to apply for the job, so we are going to tweak the resume based upon your previous profile also. So that's very important. And not only that, we'll be helping you out how you are going to talk in the interview, highlight your resume points and your experience, what kind of questions most of the interviewers are asking right now in the current situation. So that support is also going to be there here. Okay, so it means like we are trying to make this course very successful, based upon like you should gain the real time scenarios properly. You can discuss in the interview in a real time fashion manner. Okay, and also if you are onboarded in any project, you can do it in a very efficient way. So that is our main goal over here. Yeah.
So I heard, do you provide job opportunities as USA also?
Job opportunities in the sense like we are having basically a lot of connection with different companies, because this training we are running it since 2015 onwards. Okay, so far we have only on the weekends only we have finished almost 100 over batches. Okay, and every batch will be having minimum 10 to 15 participants. And there will be previously there were weekdays batches also, morning weekend and evening weekend batches also. So almost I can tell almost 6,000 over professionals we have trained so far, out of which lot of people are already working, and they are into a project manager and delivery manager positions right now. So we'll be getting the requirement from them from different companies as well, and we have a corporate association with different companies as well. We are the priority vendors for the different companies for SAP Ariba training as well. So we'll be getting the requirements from them as well. If at all those kind of requirements are coming, we'll be posting on the WhatsApp.
Okay, but that requirements will be for the experienced professionals, right? That is my main question actually.
Got your point. You see, one thing I can tell to everyone, guys, if you are coming from any other background, let's say you are a procurement consultant, you are having only domain experience. Okay, you didn't work at all in Ariba, and you are taking this training, and you are mentioning in your profile, this is a very harsh reality I'm saying to you. So if you are saying like I'm having 15 years of procurement experience in the domain, okay, but I didn't work in Ariba, I have got the training, I want a job, nobody is going to offer you a job. So you have to tweak your resume in a very diplomatic way, so that at least you should show 3 years of experience. Then only there are chances of yours to call for the interview. Once you are called for the interview, then you can manage it for sure. I don't want to sugarcoat the things. No, after this training definitely you are going to be you know get into this one, because there are certain basic criterias you need to fulfill for the job description. If they are mentioning 3 years of experience, if they are mentioning 4 years of experience, then only you will be called up. And with the training contents and the practice which you are doing, you can justify your experience up to a lot of extent. I can't say 100%, but most of it you can justify it. If you're putting 3 years of experience, definitely you can justify that 3 years of experience with the contents we have designed, and with the training methodology which we are following. Definitely you can make it done.
Got it. Thank you.
Airaj, I have like two questions against this
Yeah.
course. What will be the duration and the amount of the like fees of these courses?
Okay, got it. So I'll answer your first question. For the second question, you can connect with our, business team, like business development team. Okay, so they'll be the right people to tell all the things, and you talk to them on that part. So coming to the first question, duration. As I told you, the sessions are going to be on the weekends, and we are planning like 5 to 6 hours per week. So almost this is going to be 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks course duration. In terms of number of hours, is going to be 50, around 50 plus hours. It's an in detail, and there is no restriction like we have to finish during that particular duration. Sometimes there will be a lot of question answers are going to be there. There are certain topics which we need to discuss in detail. The duration may extend. The idea here is we are covering all the contents which are being shown in the demo in a very extensive way. So tentatively I can say around 50 hours.
And do you have any like soft copy book for SAP Ariba so that we can refer and to learn more, or we can refer in upcoming projects what we are going to implement or like something?
Got you, got you. You see, we are sharing a lot of soft copy material, okay, which includes configuration guides, okay, conceptual guides, and also the most important, like project documentation, whole project documentation we are sharing with you. And not only sharing, wherever it is necessary, we are opening those one. We are going to show this is how we are going to do it in the real time project. That will give you a very good insight in this one. Okay, so also we'll be having like especially for, I can say, I remember this cloud integration, right, CIG. So for that one we have made a proper book in which proper screenshots have been taken from the real systems, and proper description has been mentioned how you are going to do the configuration step by step. Manoj, by any chance, if you are having that particular guide handy, can you just open and show it how it looks like, so that will give more clarity
Yes,
if possible.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
So all these processes, not only for the this one, so most of the guides we have made it in the sense
So,
like very easy for you.
Sushil, actually, we had certificate-based document. That is for all the documents. Suppose if I say these Ariba documents, buying and invoicing CAG, if I open CAG, there are 8 versions, 8 volumes. So these all are respective to certificates. This is SAP provided document. So when I was preparing for certification, so I have taken this document and I kept it. So this will be loaded in the cloud and you will be accessible. So this is some example I'm giving. This is certificate based and you will get end-to-end data. Other than that, configuration guide, I will refer the configuration guide and I will prepare the documentations with my real-time project scenario. So I kept separate folder. So this folder will be updated. It will be available in the group. So for example, SLP end-to-end integration and SLP module integration. So how, as a implementation consultant, so how do we do SLP module integration, and what are all the activities we perform, and about CAG. So just I'll compare with the real-time systems. This is one just for simple. and integration step by step. So I have nearly four documents for the integrations with real-time systems. So if I open this end-to-end integration, it will be having complete SLP cycle, integration cycle, how suppliers are being integrated and what are the settings we perform in SAP and how do we create the interface. So this is all with the real-time screenshots from the process. After that, doing the system integration testing from ERP to Ariba. So step by step, one by one steps. This is for example. The same method for others. If I open managed gateway, cloud integration, and what are all the activities we perform in S4 HANA. So all the S4 HANA activities and the menu path. And I kept a separate file for the master data replication because nobody is not aware how master data is getting into cloud system. So everyone thinks master data are available in cloud because most of the consultants who is going to learn will be FI, all will be SAP background, mostly 80% SAP background. So they are all familiar with transaction codes and within a SAP ERP. So if they come out with Ariba, so they don't know the cloud and they don't feel this is getting integrated with ERP. So what are the integration methods we do? So step by step, I used to include. So first, what is the purpose? What is the master data replication? Let's say one small example. First, what is global settings? So I will take a content and I will put it so that anytime whenever you refer on the same recording and the same date, you will get clarities. So let's say for example global settings. So we have a global settings in S4. This is global settings. First thing, what is global settings? Why we need to do? So I used to mention some small definition about global settings. So basis team will configure it is help to communicate with the CIG. So irrespective of any solutions, you need to configure something. And after that, steps to perform in the global settings. And about CAG certificate, what is CAG? And where do you download the CAG certificate? And which transaction code basis will do? If it is one-time activity also, I will have a clear document. And what is remote function call? So direct transaction code for the remote and what help it help to connect the external system. So like this step by step, one by one. So I will have a document where you can refer it anytime, which is very important. For example, if you want to know the master data integration, suppose if I take some reference, so I keep here itself the guide. You refer this CAG configuration guide. If you want to go more in depth, you go to this SAP Learning to understand in depth master data other than this content. So you will get a clarity and it will help you to show. See here in this uh, training, I'm sharing my experience, which is 5 to 6 years of project documentation I'm sharing. So using that, you can manipulate and you can practice. So here not the word manipulate, you can practice and mention 3 years project experience by my documentations. So and almost practice is the key to get hands on. You need to keep on practice.
Yeah.
So I will share the knowledge and I will share the document. You just have to review the recording and practice and practice. So like this for integration, so every module by module where I have a separate folders. Suppose if I work in SLP, so I will show the real-time interface. So what is the payload? What is the XML payload? So how Ariba parent site is sending to S4 quality system, and what is the payload? What important thing we need to read in the payload? So I will give you every real-time data like this. Just for example, this is. So the template also, I will share the real-time template content where you can practice with this real-time template content. So this is how the content in the projects where I worked. So I will share this content. You can just practice using this content. You don't need to practice based on assumptions. You can practice based on the best practice scenarios or some project data. So every content, files, and trainings will be provided. Only thing you have to practice to get hands-on. Otherwise, you will feel something you learned. But if somebody asks, you feel, yeah, I heard this word, but you cannot get answer immediately. If somebody asks rapid fire questions, then you will stuck somewhere. So, like SAP certification based documents and real time project document and live session. So whatever I'm doing, I'm not only working on the system. So whatever I'm taking, if I'm explaining this, I will have a screenshot, I'll have a snip of it, and I will keep it in the document. The same document will be available in the drive itself.
Okay.
So I hope everybody got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you. It
Thank
was a
you,
very
Manoj. Thank you, Raj, to
yeah.
explain all this.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much,
Thank you.
Raj.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, Sohan, you are having any queries or Vaibhav? Anyone else?
No, nothing. I'm good.
Okay, Tanvi, you want to ask anything? Okay. Andy, with the question you asked like last time about the licensing, I didn't got the clarity on that. But can you just elaborate your question so that I can answer it in a more precise way? Like you're asking about the licensing part, right? So is it like with respect to the training you were asking, or with respect to the licensing, how it is going to be there for the for the client of SAP Ariba? What does it
Well, both of them, and
sorry?
so how to provide how can you provide the license the
Access part. I think
yeah
he's asking.
certificate the license means
Uh-huh.
uh just wondering the upstream the downstream the last licensing is how
For
can
the
separate
company, for the project you are talking about, your
yeah
project,
if
for the
it's
company,
if
see,
it yeah
like there will be a SAP Ariba team, so you need to connect to them. So you need to explain to them it totally Ariba licensing is a little tricky part over here. It's a good question because you see in European region they'll be offering a different kind of region licensing. For MENA region, different sort of licensing part is there. Now if Southeast Asia, there are different sort of licensing. It totally is on ad hoc basis, rather they are having certain standard licensing aspects. So for that reason, mostly you need to connect with the Ariba team. You need to explain what are the solutions you're looking for. So based on that one, they are going to understand your requirements and evaluate how many number of users you are going to use. There are a lot of evaluations they are going to do. Based on that one, they are going to do the licensing. Yeah. And of course there is going to be a separate licensing, for example, if you're talking about ERP solution, we need to take the whole ERP for this one. But in Ariba, you can take a separate license for upstream, downstream, even for the SLP also. They are giving the license, separate license. For if some companies there, they don't want any other aspects of SAP Ariba, they only needs to have onboarding of the suppliers. So the license should be very specific to SLP alone also. Yeah. So that level of licensing they have made it available to make use of SAP Ariba in a broader fashion. So licensing is very flexible over here. Manoj, tell me if I'm correct in this fashion.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct, Adarsh.
Yeah.
So it depends.
that's why I'm asking you
Yeah.
because as the SLP some customer doesn't want the SLP process and
Yes. Yes.
module and so only the sourcing and
No,
the invoice buying invoice that is necessary for the integrate with the SAP
Got
and
you.
uh,
so SLP is other master is from the MDM or the SAP and the
Got you.
from the uh, so that's why SLP is not the mandatory.
Right, right. So you can pick it up. It's on ad hoc basis. Yeah, it's on ad hoc basis. It's not mandatory. You need to buy the whole solution, licensing for the whole solution. You can go for the individual. I think Manoj is showing the licensing part
Yes.
somewhere.
This is the one, Andy. So when you're going to purchase Ariba license, so what solution you need in the scope? You can choose the solution. I want P2R. I don't want P2P. So in my
Mhm.
previous project, that is not procure to pay. I don't need invoicing management. So I can utilize only for P2O, procure to order, and then only catalog in my scope, and contract is in my scope, and sourcing is my scope, and Comoto is not in my scope. So like that, SAP, when you contact SAP, they will provide you what solution you need. So there is one file called solution description guide. If you see Ariba solution description guide, you can Google it. You will get it, the SAP Cloud Solution Description Guide. So based on that, based on the solution feature, we have a package. One side like source to contract or source to settle or strategic sourcing package. So based on the solution package, license may vary. It is purely,
Mm.
it is purely depends on the client need. So if you're talking about practice system license, that is different case. This is for real system.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So you can just Google it,
Okay.
solution description guide. You will get it all the Ariba solutions with the package, combining
Mhm.
combining sourcing and procurement bundle. This is sourcing and procurement bundle, and there is only sourcing and sourcing base edition, and only procurement. Like that, you will get it.
Okay.
I hope it is clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. Thanks. And Munwar, you want to talk something more?
No, no, I'm clear.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Great, Manoj. So I think it was a very great demo, Manoj. Really appreciate for your knowledge sharing here. And guys, I hope every lot of things have been cleared. How the training going to go ahead for for the future classes. Okay, so please connect to our sales team so they'll be helping you out for the registration process. And if you guys are having any other queries, you still can connect to me as well, connecting to my sales team, and you can ask for me. So I'm always there to help you out. If at all you need any extra technical clarity, I can make it clear from my end. If I am unable to do that one, still we can have a conference call with Manoj also after this, means like during the week as well. Anytime we can have a quick call with him if you have a genuine technical queries where we want to, which you missed over here in the demo sessions. And today demo recordings we are going to share with every one of you as well. Yeah, thank you so much, really appreciate. If you don't have any questions, we can conclude the session for the day. And please try to go for the enrollment. We are having only 10, having only 10 to 12 seats available, and once it is filled, like, we'll not be taking the more participants for this particular batch. You need to wait for the next batch again. So please try to make the enrollment as soon as possible if you guys are interested in our training. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And Manoj, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
And
Thank you
everyone,
very much.
yeah, thank you everyone, and we really appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.